Hi, I'm Jack Berry, and with me is the champion of the 95th Michigan Amateur, Greg Davies. Tell us a little bit about your victory today. I thought that your play this afternoon was fairways and greens outstanding.
Yeah, I played very well. I was very fortunate. You know, I played two very, very good players today, but I was just solid tee to green. I hit a lot of fairways. That's what I've been doing all week. Fortunately, it stuck around one more day. You never know where it's going to go. So, yeah, it was fun.
Well, you know that the man who won this 6 times was a fairways and greens player, Chuck Kosas. Yes.
And he was about my size too.
And you are correct, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you were the giant killer. You knocked off the medalist. You knocked off Ryan Brehm, an All Big Ten player, All American. You had a pretty good run here.
Absolutely. You know, in this tournament especially, you know, you play so many good players. You know, Ryan Brehm, Stephen Kuzort, Corey Mahoney, you know, all those guys are great players and are going to probably have wonderful pro careers. So, you know, for a 38-year-old career amateur to beat those guys and get by him, it was extra special.
Now, you were on the Oklahoma Sooners golf team for a couple of years.
Yeah,
Did you think about turning pro then, or what was that like?
No. After playing with those guys, I knew I better get a job. Yeah, I played with Todd Hamilton, who won the British Open, and Grant Waite and Craig Perks, who won the Players Championship, and those guys were at a different level.
Well, you're at a pretty good level. You've won the Michigan Mental Play Championship. You won the GAM Mid-Amateur Championship last year.
Yep.
So actually, you've been kind of under the radar in this. It seems like.
Absolutely. You know, that's what happens when you're a short guy. You know, everyone talks about the big hitters, and you know, it takes the pressure off the rest of us to just kind of do our thing and hopefully sneak through.
Well, when you won the 18th hole to go into overtime against Eric Atzema, you played the 18th hole behind us here, a real tough par 4.
I played it awkwardly.
No, you didn't. You played around the water, and you made a terrific putt.
Yeah. I took the tee shot off the tee, and then ended up in the rough. Had to lay it up, and then I made about a 14-footer to stay alive in the tournament.
Right, and then won in overtime. But basically, you were only behind. Tell us about the one time you were behind in that match.
Yeah, it was on the 14th hole. And the match was all square, and I hooked it just barely into the woods, had a clear shot to the green. There were a bunch of sticks down by the ball, probably half a dozen sticks, and I'm picking them up, you know, because you don't want your club to hit the stick. One of them was attached to the ground. It was actually a little tiny tree that was about that big that someone stepped on and broke it in half, and I just assumed it was a stick, picked it up, and it was attached to the ground. Automatic loss of hole. And then we tied 15, 16, 17, and I'm thinking I'm going to lose this darn thing because of a dumb penalty on my part. Unfortunately, got by it.
Terrific. And you were not in the woods at all today.
No, I wasn't. One hole, number 5.
That's right.
But it's kind of where I was aiming.
Right. Well, you wanted to stay away from the swamp over there on the left. But
exactly.
Generally, you were fairways. I thought you got a real nice swing, and it was a pleasure watching you. I thought you really played. Almost medical perfection golf today.
Thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. It's just fun to play well when it happens.
Davies up 5 after 9. Bren got one back. Davies was in the sand. It's Davies 4 up after 10. The momentum continues to swing. Mr. Davies was in the sand. He's up now by 3 through 11 holes. Mr. Davies made a long putt on 13, now stands 4 up on the match. Davies closed the match on hole 14, 5 up. His precision was too much for the big man.
Thanks a lot. I'm going to buy a place up here. Thank you. The course was in great shape, man. It was a really true tough the last couple of days for those planes getting firm and fast.
Faster and faster and faster. Played it solid.
Thank you.
Good work.
Thanks, guys.
Tell us a little bit about the Heather. You've played this a few times. What do you think? This is the 40th anniversary of this Robert Trent Jones golf course.
It's a fantastic golf course. It's extremely demanding tee to green the way they've got it set up right now. You know, the rough is very long. You know, there hasn't been any rain here since Monday. You know, so the fairways were starting to get firm. The greens were starting to get real firm. And I noticed the other night that they were rolling the greens, and I was like, uh-oh, they're going to get really firm, and they did. Really firm, really fast. It's in spectacular shape.
Well, you played to stay below the hole as much as you could, and that certainly did pay off because greens were extremely fast this afternoon, I thought.
Oh, yeah. They were, I don't know what they were in the stimp, probably 12-ish. And if you got above the hole, you could say goodbye to the ball. You know, you either made it or it went 10, 15 feet by.
Your key birdie was on the
13.
Nice little right to left curve in.
Yep.
After Ryan had missed his putt from above, breezed by.
He had a good shot in there, but he hit it probably 15 feet past the hole, and I was 15 feet uphill and side hill. So if he doesn't make his, it does what it did, and it went 10 feet by. And you know, fortunately, I got a uphill breaker, and it went in. Yeah.
Well, that's part of the toughness of this golf course is once you reach the greens, you've gotten by the water hazards and all the bunkers and everything else. The game is still there to be played.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's won or lost in the greens. Yeah. It really is. I mean, no matter how well you hit it, the greens are tough.
Well, terrific. It's good talking with you, Greg, and congratulations
again.
Thank you very much,
that was
Jack. Wonderful.
I appreciate it. Thank you.